The best summer ever, lemonade stand. Inside a cozy living room in the town of Pupville, the morning sun shone through the windows. Roxy and Kylo sat on the rug next to their most prized possession, the summer adventure box. It was a bright yellow wooden chest with a smiling sun carved on the front. Roxy reached out and lifted the hinged lid. As she reached inside, she pulled out a glowing slip of paper that shimmered in her paw.
Look, Kylo, the box says lemonade stand.
Roxy's tail wagged so fast, it was a blur. "I've always wanted to have a lemonade stand," she explained to her best friend. "We can make it fresh and cool for everyone in Pupville." Kylo, a tall white golden doodle with a shaggy coat, jumped up and did a little happy dance. He adjusted his blue collar and smiled. "That is the best idea ever, Roxy. I'll help you with everything. We're going to have the best stand in the whole town." They went into the kitchen to get started. Their neighbor, Farmer Finn, had stopped by earlier with a giant basket of lemons from his orchard. Farmer Finn was a kind older dog with a gray beard and a warm face. He wore a green work coat over a blue apron. "These are the juiciest lemons in Pupville," Farmer Finn said with a wink. Roxy thanked him and began to squeeze the fruit, filling a large glass pitcher with bright yellow juice. While Roxy finished the lemonade, Kylo went outside to the sidewalk. He worked hard to set up a bright yellow wooden table. He took a paintbrush and carefully painted a sign in big, colorful letters, "Roxy and Kylo's Fresh Lemonade." He arranged some colorful paper cups in neat rows and placed a few extra lemons on the table for decoration. He stepped back and puffed out his chest, feeling very proud of his handiwork. Roxy brought the full pitcher outside, and they officially opened for business. They stood behind the stand, wearing their favorite summer outfits, and waited. But the street was very quiet. A few minutes passed, then 10, then 20. No one stopped by. Roxy's ears drooped slightly, and she looked down at the empty cups.
Maybe no one wants lemonade today. Maybe my idea wasn't very good after all.
Suddenly, they heard the sound of paws on the pavement. Their neighbor, a friendly dog named Barnaby, was walking toward them. He stopped at the stand and sniffed the air. "Is that fresh lemonade I smell?" he asked. Roxy's eyes brightened. She carefully poured a cup and handed it to him. Barnaby took a big sip and let out a happy sigh. "That is the most refreshing drink I've ever had. You two did a wonderful job." Soon, more neighbors began to arrive. A golden retriever named Mabel stopped by with her 3 puppies. "We heard there was a cooling treat on this block," she barked. The stand became very busy. Kylo was a pro at handing out napkins and collecting coins, while Roxy kept the cups filled. They worked together like a perfect team, and Roxy's doubt was completely gone. She realized that having confidence in her idea just required a little bit of patience. The afternoon flew by in a blur of wagging tails and happy slurps. Roxy went to pour another cup, but as she tilted the pitcher, only a tiny splash came out. She looked at Kylo in surprise. "Kylo, we're almost out," she cried. They served the very last cup to a thirsty mail carrier dog. Then, Kylo took a thick black marker and wrote "Sold Out" in big letters on a piece of cardboard. They taped it to the front of the stand and laughed together. They stood back and looked at their empty pitcher and the long line of happy neighbors walking away. "We did it, Roxy," Kylo said, giving her a high five, or rather, a high paw. Roxy felt a glow of pride in her chest that was even brighter than the lemonade. They had turned a simple idea into a wonderful afternoon for the whole neighborhood. The sun was starting to set, casting a golden light over Pupville.
Thank you for your support! We did it, Roxy! We turned a simple idea into a wonderful afternoon for the whole neighborhood.
Back inside the living room, Roxy and Kylo sat on the rug to count their earnings. "I almost gave up when it was quiet," Roxy admitted, looking at the pile of shiny coins. Kylo nodded. "Good ideas just take a little time to grow, Roxy. I knew you could do it." Roxy smiled and looked at the summer adventure box. She felt more confident than ever. She couldn't wait to see what adventure the box would have for them next time.